Good evening, everyone. How is everybody doing? I'm gonna give you all give some more people the opportunity to come into the chat. How is everybody doing tonight, you guys? I hope that you guys are doing okay. I'm gonna get everybody the opportunity to come in. I see Brown Sugar, I see Letitia, I see Alvarez, I see Miss Kimberly. Shout out to Miss Kimberly. She's from over there on Double Tap TV. Shout out to Double Tap. I see Too Pretty Miss Kitty. I see Clarinetta. I'm gonna give some more people the opportunity to start coming into the chat, you guys. Y'all, today my internet provider was working on some. Hey, Stacy was working on some stuff. Working on the internet. Hey, Miss Yvette, and we got cut off. And I could not come right back on because I had to go and do some stuff today. So I couldn't come right back on. I was like, I'll just come back on later. I'm going to give some more people the opportunity to come into the room. I hope y'all doing okay. How was the weather? It's still hot around our area. It's still hot. Hey, Shantae. Did I say hello to Miss Stacy? How is everyone doing? Yeah, I kind of wanted to finish up also talking about I didn't get the opportunity to finish up talking about sweetie pies. I wanted to talk about that for like 15 minutes. Then I wanted to get into talking about Duke the Jeweler and who took Duke the Jeweler out. Hey, Miss Diane. It's hot in Florida. It's always hot in Florida. Hey, Antonio. It's been giving fall all the way. Well, I thought we was gonna have an early fall, but it seems to me that this weather is extremely tricky. This weather is tricky. This weather is really tricky. Because it has been hot. Hey Jeff, how are you? Okay, you guys. When I got cut off today, I was talking about sweetie pies, and I kind of left it is very unpredictable. It's very unpredictable. It is. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I do not like the winter time. I'm real lazy in the winter. I'm really lazy in the winter. I don't like to take no work. I don't like to really get out in the winter. Jeff know, like around, I'm gonna tell you when it starts to get really bad. Hey, Joy Loves God. It starts to get really bad around and Miss Joy, I got your email today. Thank you for your concern. It started to get really it starts to get really bad around. We always have like ice storms in February. Hey, Miss Teresa. Hey, Miss Teresa. It starts to get really bad in February. We always have ice storms like around February. I don't like when February comes. But I do know like when February is over, if we can make it through February and get to the end of March, I do know it's not gonna be, but it always snowed like in February. Hey, rest in peace, young doll. Yeah, that's my rest in peace, young doll. But if we can get past February and March, we do good. But I want to finish up talking about sweetie pie so I can get into Duke the Jeweler. What I ended at on talking about sweetie pies is actually closing their doors. I didn't get the opportunity to, hey Miss Shirley, to finish up talking about that. And Miss Robbie is closing her doors. And I think I ended in talking about they had got a location in Memphis, in the downtown Memphis area some years back. And they were supposed to open up. They spent a lot of money in trying to renovate that downtown because everything in the downtown Memphis area is extremely expensive. So they had spent a lot of money in renovations and things of that nature. And everybody was shocked when they did not. Hey, Kim, I'm so glad to see you. Everybody was really shocked when they did not open up because they had spent a lot of money on renovations. Hey, Miss Michelle, they had spent a lot of money on renovations. And I feel like now, and they never said why that they did not open up that Sweetie Pies. They ended up going to Houston. Um, why they went to Houston, I don't know. Hey, Miss Tiny, why they went to Houston, I don't know. Why they went to Houston, but they ended up going to Houston. Of course, I think that Sweetie Pies, who lives in the Houston area, I think they have closed up the one in Houston. And I think the reason they ended up not opening the one up in Memphis, I kind of believe it's because that young lady that he solicited to help to set Andre up, okay, which is Terica Ellis. I think it's because she was from Memphis and he was trying to run from the situation. Since Terica lives in Memphis, and he later ended up opening up one in Jackson, Mississippi. But Miss Robbie started out in St. Louis. She had like three in St. Louis. All of them are closed, and she says it's because they're expanding. But she says that the one in Jackson, Mississippi, that Tim had opened up, that's the only one that remains open. She did put that into the atmosphere. So it's like I was saying earlier, it's gonna be interesting to see. I know that they said that they're going to try to do some appeals to try to get Tim out of jail. Well, to try to see if they can get, his conviction overturned. But I don't think, Tim has a chance in hell. I don't, because the evidence was overwhelming. That's why I tell people, I think had spoken about earlier that his mother had wanted to hire me, and she didn't know at the time that the FBI was already on Andre's case and had been investigating them for a whole year. And see, that's when I talk about these cell phones. When people throw out that stuff about cell phones, and I always say, y'all don't worry about these cell phones, because if there was a cell phone, the feds are going to be able to know, exactly what, if there was any text messages or whatever. A lot of times people think, Tim and them had burner phones. Can you imagine that? They had burner phones, and the feds was able to line him up because of the burner phones that they had. Okay. And they thought that they would be safe because they went and got damn burner phones. And that's how they was actually got, put on the radar, because they was able to get those burner phones and stuff that was in that area and trace them back to the people that had actually, that had them. Yeah, it is so sad. So it's sad, hey Dima, it's sad that hey Miss Teresa, I don't know if I spoke. Too pretty Miss Kitty. I be forgetting when I speak, especially when I be getting into my topic. But it's sad. On one hand, I think about Miss Robbie, and I know that that's Andre. Andre is her grandson. And I think about Tim, who is her son. Okay, so I believe that Miss Robbie loved Andre. I know that Andre loved Miss Robbie. It seems like to me, because he had been with around his grandmama since he was a baby. His sister even said that he was always with his grandmother. She taught him a whole lot. So I think Miss Robbie, in my heart of hearts, I kind of believe that deep down inside, Miss Robbie knows that something happened that should not have happened. And I think that she can't, I think it hurts her too bad to accept that her son is the reason that her oldest son's child is not here anymore. That he actually did that because Andre told Miss Robbie that Tim was trying to line him up. Andre did say that. He told his grandmother, I think Tim is trying to do something to me. That's how his mother and them knew also. It's because Andre, told his mother, told his family that if anything happens to me, Tim did this. If anything happens to me, Tim did this. So I think at this point, Miss Robbie is in denial because there was overwhelming evidence of what happened They had overwhelming evidence. They said that's why Tim started screaming out in court, talking about, I didn't do it. He didn't want for his family, when them federal agents got up there with their evidence, he started having outbursts, because he didn't want them to be able to finish um with presenting the evidence that they had, or saying what they said, because his family and Andre's family was able to sit through hearing all of the evidence that they had on Tim and what he actually did to Andre. So I think that's sad, but I'm so happy that for Andre's family, that his mother and his siblings that truly love him has gotten justice. I have mixed feelings about Miss Robbie. I know that that's her son, but right is right and wrong is wrong. I just I can't, I don't know what all she can accept. I know sometimes people start to go into denial about stuff because that's the only way that they can survive. I know people like that. I know people like that. They'll say, I cannot accept that. I can't digest that. My mind, in order for me to be sane, I choose to think something else, even though they know that what they're thinking is not logical. I choose not to think that because, my mind just won't let me go there because I'm in survival mode. I have a breakdown. Okay. So that could, Ms. Robbie is in her 80s. So, I don't know, but we already know. Hey, Kim, we already know that, hey, Miss Kimberly, that, we believe, I believe what the folks say. When they indicted Tim and they said that the feds had him, I believe what they say. I believe that Tim did that to his nephew. I do. And I believe it was motivated by nothing but greed and money. Okay. And it's a damn shame because see, Tim wanted to become a rapper too. They had taken Shanae said Boosie in trouble, Queen Bee. Yeah, we could ready to talk about Boosie, Shanae, Shayna. I call her Shanae, Shayna. Is it Shanae? It's Shayna. But Tim wanted to be a rapper too, child. But he missed that bus. And Andre was actually getting into the rap industry. A lot of people were saying because Sweetie Pies had gone off of the air, they felt like, that Andre was a sacrifice. I don't know about that. But I do believe that it was greed. I see everybody wanting to get into Duke and Boosie. Okay. So y'all, Duke the Jeweler has been laid to rest, which is I hate that for Duke the Jeweler. They have not arrested anyone in his murder yet. And, people are still, looking at Boosie sideways, And here's the thing about that. I was kind of, when I had some time today, I was kind of trolling. Hey, Richmond. I was not trolling. I was kind of lurking on Instagram, kind of looking at some posts and stuff. And the thing that made me really sad was that I found Duke the Jeweler's Instagram page, and I was able to look through his jewelry, his post, and just kind of read his post and stuff. And the young man seemed to be a very, very hard worker, you guys. He did. He seemed to be a very hard worker. And I kind of want to go there and show you guys. Let me see. Hold on. Can y'all see that? Let me see. Okay, you guys can see it. I was looking at all of the beautiful jewelry and stuff that he had made, and
when you get to success, it's not about skill. When you get to a certain level of success, it's about stamina. It's about stamina. It's about you won't break me. You can't take me.
He said, when you get to a certain amount of success, it's not about skill, it's about stamina. I will not stop. I will not quit dropping. That's what he said. So, um, I do believe that this is Duke's page because I saw Duke on here. Let me see. He made a lot of beautiful jewelry, you guys. Oh my God. He made a lot of beautiful jewelry because I think that's the chain he had on. Yeah, I think that's Duke right there. I think that's the chain he had on when he was standing at that table gambling. When they was, unfortunately, I believe, in my opinion, I think they was lining him up at that point. Yeah, that's Duke the jeweler. He said Chasing Dreams 2022. You know, the young man was about his money. Um, I could tell that he was extremely proud of, you know, he said had an amazing experience with the chiropractor. You know, hold on. There was another post. He said expensive pain. I was kind of reading his post and I could tell he was very proud of himself. He said $1 million night, just waiting on it to get picked up. Wow. See, he was making a lot of money. And it's hard for me to believe that he went to Houston, just for nothing. Look at all the jewelry that he was making. That's beautiful jewelry that he was making for people. Can't rush greatness. I was born 100. Wow. Wow. He was talking about somebody that he had lost. But y'all see all of the beautiful, beautiful jewelry that he had made. Okay. Looks like hard work. Looks like he put his heart into his jewelry. And it seems to me that Duke, was already making a lot of money. Y'all see that? It seems like he already had clients with a lot of money. So it's hard for me to believe that Duke was just a groupie that would go somewhere and it wasn't no money or no promises of money involved, right? A black businessman. So it's hard for me to believe that he would go somewhere and there was no, like I said, there was no promises of money being involved, or they didn't lead him to believe that there was going to be a sale or something like that. You know what I mean? I think that's why he went. Um, you know, Boosie need to tell the truth. And why was he online trying to sell 5 cars today? He said he need $1 million. Right. I did a video about that, of him saying that he needs $1 million. Now he has said in past posts that he need $1 million because, well, he didn't say, he said that he, was trying to buy 2 mansions with a big swimming pool. I don't know if that's what the $1 million is for, but when I did it the other day, he had said he needed it in 48 hours. I did the video yesterday, so I guess today would be the day that he needs the $1 million. It do, and I just gotta be honest, it do seem strange. Okay. It do seem strange, but I'm gonna tell you what seems even stranger to me. The fact that, Jay Prince Jr. has not said anything, because I just don't believe that he don't know what happened. And the mere fact that he has been so quiet, and because I'm not saying Boosie ain't did nothing, because I kind of believe it was a collective thing. That's what I believe. I don't believe it was Boosie by himself. He might be covering, allegedly he might be covering for his cousin, but I don't believe that his cousin, was the only person involved, because I've gone back and I've looked at that video of him standing at that pool table. Okay. And Jay Prince Jr. kind of looked funny to me. He kind of was looking under-eyed, like they knew that they was gonna do something to that boy. I just keep watching him. Now Boosie was standing on the back of me. Now, hey, Boosie been talking about he needs some money lately. It seems like to me, I think, because he went down there because of Boosie. A lot of people have just only laid it at his feet. But Boosie was there with some more shysters, look like to me. It ain't nowhere in the world that I believe something went on in Houston and Jay Prince Jr. don't know about it. I mean, that's kind of weird to me. Okay. Why was Boosie so close up on him if he barely knew him? Jacqueline says allegedly he paid $1 million for Duke's demise. Wow. So I wonder why he wanted to see Duke taken out. Was he in debt to Duke? It's definitely something that went on that's weird. Okay. Um, Boosie said he heard the shots. Why didn't he go check on Duke to see if he was okay? Absolutely. If he knew that young man, he said they. So when he said they, that kind of leads us to believe that Duke was with somebody. We haven't heard that Duke was with anybody else. Have y'all heard that? He said they followed us. So was Duke with somebody? Two rappers took out in 2 days. They're dropping really fast. It is definitely scary. Smell like blackmail. Exactly. All this killing has me depressed. What's wrong? I don't know what's wrong with our people, Rose, but it's a damn shame before God. I can tell you that. Jay Prince don't care because Duke ain't check in with him. That's why he's not saying anything. Wow. Exactly. The devil know his kind. Yeah, Jay Prince ain't said nothing, which is strange. Trying to act like he not a snake too. Exactly. If anybody famous come to Houston and you don't check in with Jay Prince Jr. of his dad and some happen, they not gonna care. Wow. Too Pretty Miss Kitty said facts. Joy Loves God says they are all involved allegedly. I believe that too at Bay, but I don't think Boosie is broke. Boosie may need the money to pay off GD like Rick Ross had to pay them $3 million. Thank you, Anthony Ferguson. I appreciate that so much. To my knowledge, Junior hasn't even said rest in peace to Duke. Yes, Jay Prince Jr. normally speak out. Yeah, because you hear Jay Prince Jr. forget all the politics. You hear him say, he's for the black community and this, and that. So you would think, that he would have spoken out and said, it's a shame or something. The man was, I didn't know him, but he seemed like a cool man. It's a damn shame that we killing each other or something. Forget the politics. OJ Prince wanted him to check in. He was checked in with Boosie and he was checked in at the dice game. That's right. He was playing dice with him like he had no issues with him. I would have checked on him knowing what he had on him. Wow. Allegedly, he owes for that piece that he was making Boosie. Wow. So I guess the question would be, so how does that work? Do they give them the jewelry and let them make payments on the jewelry? I would think I really believe, in my personal opinion, I think it had more so to do with if it's true that Duke the jeweler won over $100,000 and the jewelry that he had. Now I know Boosie tried to say that he had all his jewelry was still on him, but we don't. I guess. Well, I don't know. We saw Duke the jeweler, and I'm gonna show that in a minute when I find it. That Duke the jeweler had some Louis Vuitton bags with him. I'm sure those bags, they weren't big enough for clothes or anything. I'm sure those bags had jewelry and money in them, and that's probably what they was after. Okay. Deborah says, wow, that's a shame. You have to check in before you enter another state or city. They're not in school or anything, right? it's almost like they're really extorting, really. Um, like the video, guys, exactly. Jay Prince Jr. is getting ready to move to one of their islands. Wow. Hey, Miss Sherry. Too Pretty Miss Kitty says something ain't right. Duke must to have checked in with somebody because he was gambling with them. That's what I'm saying, Demon. Extortion. Absolutely. It seems like it's extortion to me. Because see, checking in is basically getting those gang members, paying those gang members to protect them. Am I right? That's why I never surrounded myself around games of dice players. Something always happens. The guns come out. Oh, for sure. Hold on, let me go back up. Boosie was staring him down the most. I don't know why. Wow. So the bags is missing? Wow, the bags is missing. Because according to Boosie, they didn't take his jewelry off of him. But you know, that's I don't know how Boosie would know what they got or didn't get. They ain't the president. Absolutely, I agree. Um, if they feel that they are trustworthy, yes. They said that Duke was cheating at the dice game allegedly. I don't know about that. For some reason I don't believe it either. But you know I wasn't there either. Boosie said Duke lost all his money. Oh, that's what Boosie said. Boosie said he lost a lot. Boosie, according to Boosie, he lost a lot of money. He took it like a champ, and he went on and started talking to the women. I mean, so that's what Boosie said. So if he was cheating, he wouldn't have lost a lot of his money, according to Boosie. He said he lost big, and he went on and started talking to the ladies. They ain't the president. The president ain't the president. But nobody's talking about them bags Duke had. I'm telling you. Yes, Letitia. I doubt that. Yes, but at the same time, you can be cool or call somebody when you get to they city to check in. Hold on, it's moving fast. To check in too. But Duke came with Boosie, and Boosie ain't from Houston. That's another reason Jay Prince Jr. don't care. Okay. Too Pretty Miss Kitty says it was many eyes. Boosie sure was on the side of him like he had Duke's back. But what happened when he met his demise? Boosie could not have done that hit without permission from Jay Prince Jr. or his father. He still had his jewelry on because of the type of locks on it. They took over $4 million in jewelry in his bags. Oh my God. Wow. Good evening, Miss T. It's a shame we as people of color don't have to worry about the oppressors. It's our people killing each other. I agree with you 100%. He couldn't have been cheating. Exactly. Let's see. There was a lady that made a short video and said she knew him well and he rarely lost a dice game. They said he was a professional gambler. Now that's what I was, either I read that or I saw that on another site. They also say Boosie popped out with some new jewelry. Same as Duke. Lord have mercy. Oh, yes, them bags was the object. Yeah, because I think all of the money and stuff was in the bags. Y'all see all that beautiful jewelry and stuff that boy was making. And he said, I mean, he was selling. It seemed like to me, almost like millions of dollars worth of jewelry, sometimes at a time, right? So they tried to say he was also happy to be around boosting them. But if you look at that table, they seem like he ain't even acting like no groupie. He ain't worried about the money they got because he got his own stack in his hand. So he was not acting like a groupie or anything to me. Because when you're selling as much jewelry as you sell, you're around money and stuff. The type of jewelry he was selling, you're around people that's probably got way more money than what boosting them got. Hell, you selling cars and your cars and shit. But he say it's because he don't want to go in his bank account, and that could be true because we don't know how much money Boosie got, right? But it seems like to me it's some issues or something going on, but I don't know. I have to say allegedly. But he said out of his own mouth, I'm fighting them, right? He says that I'm fighting them. He said on one of his videos that they came up from gambling. Okay. Boosie is the Grim Weeper. They going down on this one. YJ Prince ain't speak on this situation. Very fishy. Boosie went on live some years ago begging Mark Zuckerberg for his Instagram back because he make his money through Instagram. I saw that. He was saying, this is how I feed my family. And he didn't seem like he was trolling either. He didn't seem like he was trolling. He said that he's been fighting them. He was like, I need y'all support. Y'all know I've been fighting them. Other rappers that I ain't had no run-ins with, y'all mess with me. Because he say he trying to do some type of movie. He said Waterboy or something. Yep, he don't look like no groupie. He probably thought it was payday all them bought. Right. He thought he was around money, but a lot of people with money have different mentality. Right? All they know is like grimy stuff. That's all they know. Duke the Jewelry, I don't know any of them. But I'm just saying that's the mentality of some people. Even when they got money, they still garbage. They got a garbage mentality. Boosie look like he's dying or on drugs really bad. Lord have mercy. Why they gonna rob the black jeweler but give all the other folks money? You know what? And I truly feel this way. If Duke the Jeweler, okay, had been any other color, you could not have paid them folks to line him up. J. Prince Jr., none of them. You couldn't have paid them to line them up. If that's what happened, you couldn't have paid them to even have a thought of that. Because they know they would have known in their mind, it's going, no, bro, we can't line him up because the white people say it's going to get us. Okay? That's how black people think, a lot of them. Now they say 429,000 stole from him. Wow. Why Boosie big and he's supposed to be a boss? Perhaps his bank accounts and assets are frozen. I don't know, Miss Reese. That's possible. And y'all know I'm thinking about it's definitely something going on now. It's a reason why y'all think the police constantly pulling Boosie over. He gets on live. He don't tell the whole truth. Of course, he's not going to, but it seemed like they was messing with him one while constantly pulling him over, like they was looking for something. Looking for him to have something. Like somebody was calling and telling them he got a shipment coming in, because you have people that, they'll work with the police like that. A lot of them pretend that they have money. Yeah. I'm going to email you later. There's things I can't say on here. They took a good man away from his family. His son is having a hard time. And for the record, Duke did not lose in that game. Okay, Miss Stacy. You sure can. Email me. realtalkwithtamara@gmail.com. Wow. Too Pretty Miss Kitty said, hell yeah. D-Mon says they not trying to rob Johnny. Dang. You couldn't have paid them to do it. If they line Duke up, they're gonna go take what they got from Duke and go take it over there to them with a grin, with all they yellow damn teeth showing. Boosie back on Boosie back on leans. Lord have mercy. Boosie gonna take LS by saying um that BS about Doll. Yeah, I ain't looked at him the same since he said that about Doll. Deborah says, right, Miss Tamara, they would have been scared to rob another race. Absolutely. Oh, that's why he sold all cars trying to get that meal. Boosie said he never met Duke. He met Duke 2016. Wow. I felt like it was something wrong with it. Because I was thinking about, what he had said about Quando Rondo. He was like, Quando shouldn't have said nothing. He shouldn't have tried to explain himself. So I couldn't understand if he wanted to tell Quando Rondo not to explain himself, although Quando wanted it to be known that he didn't have no issues with King Von and he did not want that to happen to King Von. I don't see no issues with that, especially if something that serious happened. Somebody lost their life and the young man was already feeling bad. He said he shouldn't have said nothing. So when he was explaining himself, I was like, well, hell, that's like the pot calling the kettle black. They don't care about nobody else. At that point, I knew, that something was wrong. If he didn't do something, he absolutely know what happened. They don't care about nobody else kids and they're wrong. Yeah, they dead wrong what they doing. The games that these folks playing, especially with other people's lives, they dead wrong. They taking other black men away from their children because of greed. And that's all it is. It's because of greed. And I never thought I would live to see people be so heinous. You know how they could take a life and then I'm smoking on a Dolph pack. I'm smoking on this pack. You've just taken a human life. People are so sick now. I don't trust people with crust around him. Duke owed money for drugs. Oh Lord. Kimberly D. Wilson said, I believe it was said that Duke, well, as much jewelry and stuff, as much money as Duke had on him, I think he could have paid for it if that was the case. Come on now, K Flop. Kimberly D. Wilson, I believe it was said that Duke would be killed because they be wanting to catch him with pounds of weed on the road because they know how rappers be. I believe that Boosie paid them and he works with them. He does that for show to throw the public off. Yeah, then he ran and tried to explain himself like Boosie shut up for real. Okay. There's a picture from 2016 of Boosie and Duke. Wow. So I wonder, that furthermore adds suspicions if somebody says, well, he said specifically, I had just met him. And I didn't like it when he was saying that because it was like he was trying to disassociate himself from that. I didn't know him. I wasn't responsible for him or something like that. That's messed up. But then but here the thing is he already knew him. But did he ever explain why Duke was there? Has he ever? Because I don't think I've ever heard him talk about why Duke was there with them, how he specifically got there. Okay. Who asked him to come there? There's a picture from 2016 of Boosie and Duke. Duke was 33 years old. Boosie sacrificed him. Why is it so quiet as far as the law goes? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, he had money. Good evening, Miss Sabrina. Boosie wanted people to think he met Duke that day. For some reason, he do. Let me see, you guys. Y'all please hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hold on, guys. I want to show y'all something. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on, y'all. Um, oh, here it is right here. Hold on. I think I passed it. Hold on. I wanted to show where um I don't think they got that one anymore. Let me see. It's showing Duke the Jeweler. The video that was showing Duke the Jeweler at the table. Hold on, you guys. Let me share this with you guys as I do it. You know, I look at stuff like this. You know, I watch people's facial expressions and things of that nature. It's just something about this one. You know, this one right here seemed like it's drugged out. I hate to say it, so I'll say allegedly, but this one right here looks like it sends people out to line people up. Okay, I know a lot of people like him, I guess, for some reason, because he seems very arrogant to me. Um, I don't know him, but he's very arrogant. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all. It could have been they was drunk and high. That boy had a stack of money in his hand. A stack. Okay. Look at that jewelry he got on. I mean that he was dripping. So I hate that that happened to Duke. I do. Hold on, let me see.
There's no future in cool. That's a trend. That's a fad. It comes and it goes. Just like dope money. Dope money comes quick and leaves quicker. Okay? We're here for a slow but a for show. This is a marathon, not a
Yeah,
sprint. Paso
there
corto,
there
vista
goes the
larga.
bags.
This is short steps, long vision.
Look, y'all see how he looked? That's the video I was looking for. I'm gonna play it again. Pay attention to tweet head over here. Y'all see, y'all see that? Look at how he looking at him count his money out over there on the other side, and Duke ain't even in the white t-shirt, ain't even paying him no attention. And he's still looking at him. Look. Did y'all see that? Did y'all get the opportunity to see that video? Um, did it show the video? Hold on, I might have to. It didn't. Let me go out of here and show y'all the video. Y'all see how he looked at him? Let me see how I can make it bigger. If y'all look at how the one over here in the white t-shirt over across the table was looking at his money. Let me see if I got the
Man.
that one right there. Right there, tweet head. Right there. He's still watching him.
What you here for?
Y'all see that, don't it?
What you here for?
For some reason, I can't stop looking at that. You know, it's almost like, just with the way that he zoned in on him pulling his money and stuff out. They probably had already been looking at him because of he had on millions of dollars worth of jewelry just around his damn neck. Okay. And he pulled his money out, and the way he looks at his money. Now, you saw other people there with money. I wonder why he did a double take. You know, uh, it's sad that people line folks up just because they feel like, well, he here with us, but he ain't one of us. It was other folks that had money in there. Why did he look at Duke the jeweler like that when his money came out? You know, uh, Purple Jackie is young. Let's see. Purple Jackie is young moose from Be More. I know him. He keep hiding his face when the cameras come. That is cousin. That's Boosie's cousin. Wow. Boosie had no shirt on, underwear on for his shorts. What they do just said, oh, I forget these rappers do hanging with a bunch of guys. Lord have mercy. Allegedly, he's supposed to be one of the hitters. Well, it looks like to me now. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Do it look like at that point at that game that he zoned in on him and started lining him up? That's. Do you think the police are actively working on his cat? I don't know, Noriega. I don't know. I don't know because I don't. I hope so. Um, they are some of Boosie's people. Yeah, Boosie acting. That's his man's to everybody in there and setting him up with his goons. Wow. I mean, I just can't get over how they zoned in on the young man's money. I knew him before he signed. Okay. Jackie definitely was avoiding the camera. The dread do start paying a lot of attention after the woo. Yep, lined up. Wow. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all, this is sad right here. We only got 70 likes, you guys. Y'all hit the like button. If you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, but definitely hit the like button. It helps the videos to circulate. So help me out and hit the like button. I would appreciate that so much. We should have over 100 likes in here. Now, he never mentioned about Duke bags, but he made it a point to say that he made it a point to say that they didn't take nothing. I'm trying to figure out how Boosie know what they took. How he know what they took and what they didn't take. Boosie never mentioned about Duke's bag. I think the Boosie, let's see, I think the Boosie Woo was the signal. Okay. He was a target. Absolutely. He had that jewelry. Okay. He had that jewelry and he had that money. And I really think the money is what they wanted. They want the jewelry too, shit. Boosie never mentioned about Duke bags. I think the Boosie Woo was the signal. He was a target. You could tell he was a target. I think that Duke became a target at that game. A lot of people now, there are other people, I've looked at some more channels and stuff. I've heard other people say they think that he was lined up before he even got there. They think he was a lick, as they call it, before he even got there. I don't know about that, but I definitely think they started looking at him funny when he got there and they saw all that he had, and it's sad because I'm sure that he thought that he could um bring that type of money and jewelry because he deal with ballers, around. And unfortunately, you know, something went awry. Um, yes, you guys, please hit the like button. I would appreciate that so much. Thank you, Miss Sabrina. Um, Noriega says, why didn't he call Duke to check on him after he heard the shots? When Duke walked off, he had Duke number because he said Duke called his buddies to follow them to the concert. That's true. I agree with you, Noriega. I do. I agree. If they know that young man had millions of dollars worth of jewelry on him and they heard those shots, at least they could have said, damn, make sure, call, make sure little dude okay. Hell, they act like they didn't check on him. They didn't, nothing. They try to act like they don't. That's how you know something is funny. Ain't know nothing, ain't seen nothing, ain't heard nothing. Don't know nothing, ain't seen nothing, ain't heard nothing. That's what criminals, that's the mindset. We didn't know until, I think he said they didn't know until what, later? I hope that the feds pick this one up because of the dollar amount being taken. And this was, I believe, a lick for hire. Wow. Dang on shame. Dude looked at the cameraman like, damn, busted. Absolutely, he was a target. Dress is on Duke and they say Dress is allegedly Boosie's cousin. I don't know though. Can anybody else verify that Dreadhead was Boosie's cousin? I think so too. Duke was a decent young man, from what people are saying. Yeah, he was a handsome young man. Y'all, please hit the like button. We only got 84 likes, you guys. Y'all hit the like button. Let's get up to 100 likes. Over 100 likes, please. He says, "Stand over, man. You don't know half naked." Seems strange that Boosie is standing behind Duke. It do seem strange, um it looks like what did he have on, some shorts or something, and it seems strange. um Miss Reed says, I can see why Dolph didn't engage in these types of activities with them. Absolutely. Long live Dolph. Long live Dolph, y'all. James Richardson said he knew that man. That's why he came. Business. Absolutely. Nobody could ever get me or convince me to believe that Duke was down there being a groupie, that he just came down there to hang out. That young man, just by looking at his jewelry, the types of sales that he made, that young man was about his damn money. Okay, if it ain't about money, it don't make sense. If it ain't don't make dollars, it don't make sense. They got him down there. I don't know if he was a lick before he got there, but I think he definitely became a target afterwards, as we can see. None of them really look like ballers for real, like they knew to dress down. Long live Dolph. I see why he didn't hang around snakes either. Yeah. Um, Eric Lyons says, dudes looked at the cameraman like, damn, I'm busted. Somehow I went back up. Right, Miss Kitty, they was dressed to rob. Miss Deborah said they was dressed to rob. They said Duke phone was taken, so who phone and DNA they found at the scene? Oh, wow. Thank you, Evan. I appreciate that. You hit the like button. Oh, Lord. He said my cousin ain't kill him. I was like, woo, where that come from? And you know what? That's another thing I want to talk about too. I've heard people say that, he kind of jumped the gun. I don't know. He was saying he kind of jumped the gun and said that, my cousin was not involved. They said that, they never said. Nobody, no other vloggers had ever said that his cousin was involved. I've heard some vloggers say that maybe he was trying to throw his cousin up under the bus, or maybe, he was so scared he kind of jumped the gun and told something, allegedly. Boosie, he is selling all of his cars, his fleet of cars. He's getting rid of all. I know it. He said that he needed $1 million by today. And like I was saying on the other video, it appears to me that Boosie is being blackballed, possibly. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find a video where he said that. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a video. I don't know if I can find it. I'm seeing that they say he made a quick $100-something thousand selling his cars. I'm trying to find it on social media. I don't see it because I be hating to pull up these other folks' stuff on YouTube because they will strike you. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can find it. Where he was talking about, because I pulled it up the other day, where he was talking about, he he's been fighting, he's been fighting somebody. But he claims that he needs the $1 million and he don't want to come out of his bank account. Like I was saying, the scenario I gave the other day, I was like, if you got it and you could sell your cars, if you need $1 million today and you got it in the bank and you really need it, you go ahead and you do what you need to do if you got it. And then you can go and recoup it by selling your cars later on or something like that. But if you ain't already got it, you can't do that. But I don't know if I don't know. The way they are acting, treating Duke like he was just some guy who happened to drop by the house. Yeah, I don't like the way they doing that. I don't. I don't like that at all, you guys. I don't. Y'all please hit the like button. I don't like that. Uh yes, he is his cousin. Look at the video when Boosie got pulled over a few weeks ago. He was with Boosie. You right. I believe you're right, Noriega. That's the young man that was kind of looking down. That's what Boosie said, his 19-year-old cousin. So he basically told on himself. Dude with the dress is Boosie 19-year-old cousin. Him and the dude that kept holding his head down was the two shooters. The cousin was the driver of the GMC truck. Okay, so dude with the dress is Boosie 19-year-old cousin. Him and the dude that kept holding. Okay, let me go back to that. You're gonna make me go back to it. She said, and the dude that kept holding his head down was the two shooters. The cousin was the driver of the GMC truck. Let me go back to that video. Let me go back to that screen.
Man.
What are you here for?
Man.
Okay, so I see Tweet Head right there. And who's the other that kept I'm pointing at him. Hmm. Him and the dude that kept holding his head down was the shooter. The cousin was the driver of the GMC truck. Not the one that was laying on the table, right though. He gasped. Remember the white boy Boosie sign? Yeah, that was kind of fruity. Exactly. No telling what those guys was doing. They all look suspicious. With all that jewelry, he sure wasn't just hanging out. The dice game was the setup to get him comfortable and watch how he moved. Hey, Robbie. The little scrounge dude kept hiding his face when the camera was on him. What really got him in trouble was his favorite interviewer. Vlad be lining them up, don't it? Has anyone seen Boosie and Duke on vacation together in Jamaica? I haven't. I didn't know Boosie was on. I haven't. Does anybody have any pictures of that? Now, I did hear somebody in here earlier say that, he's, I heard him say that he had just met him, but they said that he actually knew him before then. They said Boosie getting ready to fly away. He did. We knew nothing until he made that video, okay? Or it's all part of their play. You sell cards so he can cover up the money and jewelry they took. Ask me. Duke came on man word to the dice game, but he came to Houston on business. Yeah, I believe he came on business. I don't believe that Duke was a groupie. Duke was all the types of jewelry that Duke was constantly selling. He was around people with plenty of money, probably more money than them. But Rena, I haven't heard or seen that. Where it's all part of their play. Um, you sell cars so he can cover up the money and jewelry they took. Hmm. He did. We know nothing until he made that video. Yeah. Duke came on man word to the dice game, but came to Houston for business. I believe that, James. I do believe he was there for business. Hello, Miss Tamara. They accidentally dropped the phone. The phone is probably telling about the calls. Boosie is nervous. Wow. They accidentally dropped the phone. Wow. Wow. Let's see, Stacy. Duke main facts. Tam, the man trying to save face and fam, he is a boss. Yeah. So I want to know what do y'all think about Jay Prince Jr.? Boosie ain't fooling nobody. Boosie got bad karma. Okay. Boosie about to sell his house and move to Africa. Well, I'm gonna just say this: with a lot of the stuff that Boosie has been charged with in the past, and the rumors out about him, and I'll say allegedly, um, if he could just, in Africa, that they still got some real harsh punishments. Maybe they need to go to Africa so they could sit their asses down somewhere, because they act like they don't know how to act over here in the United States. Okay, they want to kill each other and line each other up. Um, it's good that someone has his whole car because he's dirty. He doesn't have anything because supposedly his brother had taken $469,000 from him. Boosie lies a lot. But you would think Boosie would have made millions and millions over the years. But I'm gonna tell you something: the more money they make, the more shit they get into. I don't know if they're managing their money right. Boosie's probably being blackmailed. Somebody knows something. That's true. Hey, natural born queen. He have on purple and black. Anyone think Boosie might get a recall? That's why he's selling his cars. Rena, is you never know what's going on. And I'm thinking back now how the police was constantly pulling him over, and Boosie seemed nervous. I think he was constantly going live because he knew they was pulling his ass over for a reason. He thought going live and shaming them would stop him. I saw them in 2016. Um, he bought some property in Africa. Oh, he bought some property in Africa. Some of them need to go on. They just need to go on over there to Africa and stay. Shit. Stacy says not every time the camera went on him, he held his head down and fake rubbing his eyes. So I saw the one with the tweets on his head. I didn't I didn't see the other one. Was he standing next to him? Boosie told too many stories. Said Duke left the garage, then got killed. But how if Boosie said he got killed after a show and Duke lived in Houston? That's how I know. Duke had to be around Boosie before. I played dice in many years. The only person who stands that close to a man on point is the house man, and you got to know him to be in the game. Yeah. Hey, Vincent. Oh, let me go back up. I think the Elise told him he had to make a sacrifice, especially talking to them cops like that. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe. Um, J Prince Jr. Like I don't know nothing to do. There's a video of Boosie getting jewelry broken down. The guy with the purple jacket was there. He was at Iceman or the other jeweler. Wow. I could tell Jay Prince just don't care because he even said happy birthday to Honeybag today. Still haven't said anything about Duke. Damn. He said Honeybag. But y'all know what? If nothing else, I'm happy that the rap industry, it seems like it's been like that in the entertainment industry all the way across the board. Because if you go back and look at the movie industry, now you don't really hear about this happening in like the country music and stuff like that, but it's something about the rap industry, and I know a lot of people say, well, it had happened, it happened with the white folks, is why y'all want them to take down the black folks, um they need to take down all of them that's doing this stuff. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that is going on in the rap industry, and it's obvious. Like they've gotten away with it so much with what they're doing. And I mean, I think now they don't try to hide it because it's about inciting fear. They want for people to fear them. Okay? That's why I'm so glad, feds lining a lot of them asses up. Okay, that I am. So when people get to hollering about you be wanting them to go to jail. A lot of these folks need to go to jail. With a lot of the stuff that they do, there's no need why these men that has access to as much money as they have access to should be taking each other out. It's enough money out there for everybody. Okay, Duke the jeweler, I believe personally, I do believe that somebody lined him up. It's just ain't no way around that. Okay, I do believe that. Now, if they come up with something different, then um, if they come up with something different, then they just do. But I mean, that's kind of how it appears to me, just you know from what I've seen thus far. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Right then, he said he didn't find out it was Duke until the next day. Who lined him up? I don't know, but it seems like somebody did. And I really believe Boosie going broke because $1 million in cash ain't nothing to him. Right. Jay Prince knows something. I believe that too, Miss Kitty. I definitely believe that. Hakia then said they police told him so. What day the police told him? The feds don't recall the feds that often. Yes, Vincent. Yes, both of them boys was with Boosie. Wow. They look suspicious. Young Moose purple jacket. No go to those places where their preferences are. Drugs and money will not last long. Boosie working for the police. That's why he be on Vlad. I'm gonna tell y'all something. They let Vlad line them up. I mean, he paid them a lot of money. That goes to show how pathetic and the things that people will do for some money. Everybody, the questions that Vlad asked them, especially with the types of crimes that you hear that these rappers and stuff are in, they already know Vlad be trying to line them up and do. And I'm sure in his contractual clauses or whatever, with the type of money that they say Vlad pay, they so crazy over money that they let Vlad line them up for some damn money. They know what he gonna do, and they go anyways. It's dumb to hide your face instead of just going to the back of the room. He had to be close to get the signal. The more negative attention that Boosie gets, the merrier. Honeybag with his waist trainer and push-up bra. T Snoop, tape, tape come out next week, and I think Glock dropping his next Saturday. Shout out to Snoop Bands and Glock and Key Glock. Y'all already know when they drop their albums, we got to run them up. We got to run them all the way up and make them higher than number one. Those are Young Dolph's artists. We have to support them. Too Pretty Miss Kitty said Gazi. They blaming that on Gazi. I'm trying to figure out, y'all, who is funding Vlad. Vlad, I heard that Vlad can pay anywhere from 25,000 on up for an interview. Because I remember that he has said, I forgot who it was, somebody said that they was gonna charge up in $100,000 to he wanted an interview with them. And he said, I told him, wait a minute, I didn't say I wouldn't do it. I just said we need to talk about it. First, we need to talk about some stuff. So I'm trying to figure out who funded Vlad that he could talk about paying somebody $100,000 or more for an interview. I heard that he paid them a lot of money from 25 grand on up. Boosie be on there every damn week. They might as well make him a co-host. I wonder why Duke family not speaking good about Boosie. I don't know. Because they probably still trying to figure out what's going on. And some stuff might not seem right to them. Who knows? Or they could be speaking to him in private. We don't know. Rest in peace, Young Dolph, not speaking good. Oh, they're not speaking good. Well, if they've already been saying some bad stuff, I misread that. If they've already been speaking illy of him, it could be because they feel like he's the reason that Duke was there, and they feel like, well, if he had not asked him to come out there, this would not have happened, or they feel like he was involved. It's one or the other, but both are the same, really. Boosie wanted his fans to pay the money like he wanted them to pay for a leg. Lord have mercy. So it don't look like to me Boosie got no prosthetic leg. I was reading about that he was telling his fans he needed to buy a leg, and he that never happened. He never got. So it seemed like to me, and that was a while ago. So it seemed like to me, whatever money issues he got, he been having. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Boosie ended up getting a sentence overturned because I think Boosie was supposed to get life. It's not cheap to get attorneys. Those were high priced attorneys, and ain't no telling what they did. They probably had to pay some folks off. They probably, and ain't no telling what all they didn't do. And it seemed like to me, hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back, you guys. It seems like to me that it's been issues ever since that. It's just like now it's more in the public. Like and it's only because, and I'm not accusing him of nothing. I'll just say this: it seems weird that every time something happens as it relates to some of these rappers that have been taken out, somehow he was right in the midst of that. Somehow he was. It appears because they said that the rumor was that King Von was there waiting for Boosie out in the car when that situation happened with him and Quando Rondo. Okay. So he never showed up and that situation happened. They said King Von was in the car asleep. His people woke him up. It's something weird about that. He's sitting in the damn car waiting on Boosie. It would seem like to me King Von was a popular rapper. Why didn't he call King Von if King Von was in him and his people was sitting out there waiting for him to pull up? You think he would at least call him and say, I ain't coming? And then the ultimate happens. That situation happens. It could be a freak situation, but it just seems weird. Okay. You heard about alleged, him being involved in the Mo3 case. I don't know. But there are a lot of people say he was in the midst of that. Rest in peace, young dog. Was he good or bad? Don't forget about him. Oh, okay. So Vlad is connected to Capital Music Group. Okay, Capital Music Group. Okay, which is probably the same as Capital Records. So, they multi millionaires. That music group, Capital Music Company. Because they got rich off the backs of taking advantage of black people, of course. Um, Two Pretty Miss Kitty said Vlad pays Boosie. That's why he's always there. Yeah. Off the subject, Brett Gang Nick was a sergeant in the Army Fayetteville Police Department, and military criminal investigation divisions are on the case. Oh, wow. Wow. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, Miss Jacqueline. Oh, okay, I understand now. Rest in peace, Young Dog says, yes, because everybody's saying Boosie invited Duke because Duke said he was going to make Boosie a piece. And I do believe that is what happened. And I believe that although he went down there to make a sale, because he knew he was going to be around them, he thought he was going to be around some dudes, that had a lot of money, that he took some pieces, because it ain't that's what people do when they advertise, dog, I got this piece, probably see if he could make another sale. I think I just wish that, and then people say, well, he should have had proper security. I get so damn sick of people with that. Them niggas, if they did that to him, I don't give a damn whether he had proper security or not. They have no right to line him up if that's what they did. I get tired of people trying to put all of the blame on the victim. Damn it. Put some of the blame on these niggas that's out here doing this gutter ass shit. That's why they keep doing it. Well, they wouldn't have did it if. Okay. No, they got to be held accountable. If they did that to him, they got to be held accountable for what they did to him. And if they felt comfortable enough to do him like that, it is because it probably ain't the first time, okay? Or doing somebody like that. Yes, because everybody's saying Boosie invited Duke because Duke said he was going to make Boosie a piece. Life sentence. He was supposed to get the death penalty. Wow, I didn't know it was a death penalty. I knew it was life or something like that or close to life. I know he wasn't supposed to get out. And it seems to me, and I know he had to, when you do stuff, he had to spend a lot of money on defense. People are still trying to figure out how that sentence was overturned. Because he had been sentenced and it was overturned. Hadn't he been sentenced and he got an appeal or something and then it was overturned? Somebody help me out and tell me. He was found guilty allegedly but got out somehow. But his little hitter got life with a tattoo. Let's say, who next, Boosie? Wow. Wow. We never see King Von in a car sleep. And Ghazi. They say allegedly Vlad and Ghazi are cousins. Oh, wow. They might be. They might be when I'm the people who killed Bread Gang Nick stole his car. That was Memphis business. Oh, wow. Wow. Let's see. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Exactly. Do Boosie own his masters? I don't know if he owns his masters or not. Boosie has a lot of his songs. I would think if he owned his masters, he would still be making money because Boosie got some bangers. I gotta be honest, he got some hits that are timeless. Hey, common sense. Right, victim blaming. Don't forget somebody from his camp kidnapped Duke auntie in they hood at Jacqueline Williams. Oh, you talking about the Duke from out of Memphis? Okay. Um, different cloth type of folks. I agree. Common sense. Yeah, they need to be held accountable. Why did Boosie say? What did Boosie say about Young Doll? He said he don't take sides. That's what he said. He was on death row allegedly. Okay, so he was on death row. I thought it was life, but they got it overturned. Okay, he beat him all. I thought Boosie had been already sentenced. I thought that he had been sentenced. You guys, that's what I thought. I wish we as a race could just hold on and stick together because the Bible says the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Miss Clara Netta, I wish to, but sometimes I think that our people are just our people just messed up. I be having that hope too, but it's a sad thing what goes on with our people. The teacher said, "Well, whoever did that to Bread Gang Nick going down too. I know he works for them." Let's see. Heavy Cam, CMF, and Bread Gang are being looked at. Now they have really gone too far because the government is involved. Yeah. Masters. Does Boosie own his masters? Yes, Boosie got some good music. Yeah, he got some good music. Timeless. Allegedly he was. Duke was trying to stick together. I think he got out on an appeal. Right. That's what he was sentenced. I believe, and he got out on an appeal and he got it overturned. And it seems like to me, I'm sure he probably had to pay them lawyers millions. You know, I think they have witnesses to change the stories and some more stuff. I don't know. He was, and he had 1 month, and he caught another charge per Boosie. Remember when Boosie cursed God out? No, I didn't know that. I never heard him say that he has his masters. Yeah, I never heard him say that either, y'all. If y'all haven't hit the like button, y'all please hit the like button. We've been talking about Duke the Jeweler. Y'all, if you come into the room, you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. It helps the video to generate. So please do that for me. Hit the like button. Everyone, please hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. I don't see the likes moving. Okay, I see you moving now. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Um, he made a deal with the devils. If you look at Boosie sometimes, I spoke about this before. If you look at him sometimes, um, I know what I could do. I probably can show my other video. Hell, it's my video. I could show it. Hold on, let me see something, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting ready to pull it up. Please hit the like. Family in one, I don't know. But it's really strange. But I want to share something else. I want to share something else. I agree, rest in peace, Young Dog. This was from yesterday.
Hey, my Water Boys movie come out September 28th. The movie premiere September 25th in Atlanta at the Fairview Performing Arts Center. And I need the artists out there. If you fuck with Boosie, me, you ain't never had no run-ins, nothing like that. If y'all could post my Water Boys fly, let them know it's coming out September 28th. They took my Instagram again, they take my IG every time I got a movie dropping. So, I also need the people who bought my last film to support me again. I'm giving y'all good shit. I need y'all to support me again. And if you're a rapper, man, I appreciate it, nigga, if y'all give me a post up. I'm fighting these motherfuckers, like, y'all know what it is. Help a nigga out, man, if y'all can.
That leads me to, has he been blackballed?
Hold on, y'all.
He said if you're a rapper, ain't people kept trying to.
Okay.
So y'all heard what he said. It's like he's having some trouble. He's having some troubles with somebody. He said he fighting them. Who is he fighting? It do seem like he's down and out, y'all. It do. He's asking for help. He said rappers he ain't had no run-in with. He beat the murder case but had to serve time on some other charges. And yes, he owned his master's expect for music on Trill Entertainment. Is that expect or accept? Okay. Well, he ought to be getting some good money in, but we don't know what kind of debt he in. I don't know. Boosie just got finessed out of $70,000. Who finessed him out of 70 grand? Hey, Player Cole. Salute to Player Cole. Thank you, Evan. Y'all, please hit the like button. At this age, Boosie needs to sit down and show his children how to be productive citizens without out of the street stuff that he's teaching them. He is just ignorant. Alvarez says a mob ties. I mean, I got the side out for mob ties too, Alvarez, as it relates to Duke. He's very quiet, and it seems to me he's, maybe he's quiet, because he feel like he didn't do nothing. They seem to be comfortable with letting Boosie take all the blame. They ain't got no loyalty to him either, though. All two of his supporters. Chocolate City says, damn, I'm late. Hello, Chocolate City. She said, hey, Rima. Let's see. Remy. Yeah, Remy was barking those damn shades again. Time has passed by, Boosie. He got to realize things ain't like it used to be. And that's what these rappers need to understand. And I think I've been saying that. Their time comes to an end when they making that fast money, when they buying all their jewelry and they, spending it on all of these women, prostitutes, and they just spending recklessly. They spend recklessly, right? And it's unfortunate because it seems like after they get to spending recklessly, their 15 minutes of fame is up, and people start to go on, especially the newer generation. They are more, in tune to the people that are their age. And so it seems to me like what a lot of these rappers, they like seeing these younger rappers like King Von, like FBG Duck, like a lot of these younger rappers, they like seeing them do crash dummy stuff or get taken out or go to jail because they feel like it's going to give them another 15 minutes of fame. You see what I mean? If they're all taken out or in jail, I think that's another reason why they put these dudes up under their finger. If they can't make a whole lot of money off of them, uh, they sign them so that they can line them up and get money to get the insurance money off of them. Hell, I think what they doing is a damn crime and a shame. I do. We're all fighting. Who's fighting? Vincent. Uh, let's see. Hey, Chocolate. They're done with Boosie. Boosie fighting against that label. Demons coming home to roost. Um, for that artist, Young Blue, he's suing them. Oh, okay. So they might be blackballing him. If he's suing somebody in the industry and they're up there in the industry, if he going against them, I bet they is trying to blackball him. Hey Demon, Kimberly, Deborah, and the rest of the chat. Boosie music been trashed for 20 years. No, well, he's got some music that I like, but Hey Player Code, what's going on? Vincent said not allegedly. Now Boosie got some good songs now. We gotta be honest about that. But to me, he do. He got some hits. I don't know what he's had of lately, but I know in the past when I was listening to his music, he had some hits. What was that? Wipe Me Down? Y'all know that's old. And what's the name of that song? Zoom. Everybody likes Zoom. I'm like, I know that was about 15 years ago. But those were hits. Those are timeless songs because I hear my kids sing, rapping those songs. It's just a catchy hit, catchy tune. It's just some people have timeless hits where they just catchy. Boosie bank accounts be on hold due to federal investigations. It could be open book. You never know. Elijah said he's a dead man walking. You could tell those shades Boosie had on wasn't for style. They didn't fit his face. I'm really behind my because they're talking about Remy. Lil Durk. Child, Lil Durk. Some lawyer from the A definitely getting whooped by demons. They like seeing them crash out. It's sad. Right. They do. They like seeing them crash out, y'all. They do. Booster said he was fighting something. He did. But he a big liar and capital. Miss Letitia. Let's see. The devil is coming to collect Boosie. Tell Boosie we on the fence with his problems with Weeby. Now Webby. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I thought that him and Webby was a good dynamic, a good, duo rather. I said dynamic, a good duo, but for some reason he said that Webby didn't give his mama no money when he was in jail or something. Independent and Wipe Me Down. Yep, those two or three. Yep. What's that song called? Everybody Like Zoom. Was that his song? I think that was Boosie's song. Or did he get on that song with somebody? Boosie got that hateful, jealous attitude about himself, and he was trying to impress. Instead, he got finesse. And also, what rapper leave a concert early after performing that fast? That is interesting. That is interesting, the Messiah's daughter. I agree. That's very interesting. Yeah, they still playing Wipe Me Down. Yeah, that's a timeless record. They still playing it. He taught how to spell independent. um, Seems since Dolph demise, God is stepping, and those roaches are absolutely. I keep saying that. It seems like since Dolph's murder, if nothing else, what Dolph's murder did was it took the lid off of a lot of stuff. Like it kind of it opened up like a lot of stuff, and it's just being revealed. And for me, I'm happy. It's sad to think about all of the heinous stuff, that's going on. And some people so damn arrogant, they just don't want to go down without a damn fight. I'm used to inciting fear. I'm used to, putting bags on top of people's head. Anytime people sit up and openly say that they putting a bag on top of somebody's damn head, they don't need to be supported. That's number one. They don't need to be supported, and the feds need to come and get them. Okay. Seems since Daw's demise, God is stepping, and those roaches are beginning to see all falling. I'm a miss Boosie. Boosie got some timeless music. Can't deny that. That's true. Another rapper shot dead. BFG strapped from Dallas. Oh my God, did that happen today? Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. Damn, I still can't spell in independent. I love Webby. Webby kind of disappeared. I don't see nothing Webby put out anymore. I think Webby kind of came out before Boosie did. And Boosie, I don't know why, because Webby was talented. Boosie I think Webby kind of brought Boosie out. And then he kind of surpassed Webby. But I think Webby was a little, Zoom is okay, so Zoom is Webby's song. Okay, well, people really remember Boosie from it. Webby hard is Elf, but he lazy. That's why he ain't popping now. I think Webby he was starting to have a lot of seizures and stuff on yeah, because Webby was the one that, he was out before Boosie. Because Webby had those songs with Trina, and then he kind of started putting Boosie on his songs, and Boosie just kind of blew up. That's why I say in the beginning, people just kind of like Boosie's energy. You could tell now it's dark. It's because I remember from when he first came out. Open Book says Zoom is Boosie's song. Okay, I thought Zoom was Boosie's song. Playco, you heard your boy new song today. Whose song? Rest in peace, young doll. Whose song you talk about? Zoom is a Boosie featuring Young Jock. He could have kept Young Jock off of it. Plies loading is what some of Boosie. Hello, D Hop. Boosie is with the elites. Remember on his album cover, Incarcerated, showing the one eye symbol. The plot thickens. Hey, TG, how are you? Savage Life. Doors are about to open for Frito Bang. Okay. Yeah, you're going through some things, NYE. Lil we be fat and old. Oh, that ain't nice. Going through some things was what everybody was playing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's on Webby's first album, Savage Life Zoom. Okay. Well, Boosie must have remade it. He must have remade it or something. Youngster and Corn sack dropped today. Who is youngster? Who is that? Corn sack. Money bag. Oh Lord. Louisiana people know about the real Boosie. That fool ain't no good. That's who got him out of jail. It was premeditated like FBG murder. O Block Messy shaking my head. Who corn sack? Who named him? Oh Lord. Mm. They did all they could to try to wait it out until pre-drop time, so that they could try to outshine pre. Frito Bang used to, and they wasn't going to be able to. Frito Bang used to be on Brett Gang. Oh, Frito Bang. Okay. Okay. Frito Bang. Okay. I never even heard of him. I'm bad cat to jump on a Zoom meeting. Okay, Joy loves God. So what do y'all think is gonna happen? I want to know what y'all think is gonna happen as it relates to Boosie always sound like my kids screaming, Mom, Mama. So y'all, I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think is gonna happen in this situation. I want to know who y'all think line him up. Because I think some people are not being mentioned. No, they ain't got nothing on Pre. Shout out to Pre. To Young Dolls artists. Y'all know I support them too. People don't like it when I support Pre either, but I support them. I support Pre. Frito Bang is Boosie cousin. Okay. So Frito Bang is Boosie's cousin. Time for the new folks. Like Coke Figure said, Pre. We are Pre. Coke Figure need to trademark that. That song. We are Pre. I actually thought that was an anthem for Pre. I promise you. That was a Coke Figure. That's Coke Figure anthem. Y'all know I love me some Coke Figure. I think some people not mentioned Tootsie. Right. I think some people are. I can't understand why Jay Prince Jr. is being overlooked. And Jay Prince Jr. had a whole crew with him. Let's see. The chat moving so fast. Y'all, my chat be moving so fast. I promise you I have to go back. It be moving so fast. JP Jr., Boosie, Cuz, and Tootie. So y'all think Boosie, Cousin, and Tootie, some of these dusties at the gambling party line Duke up. Do y'all think they was from Houston? Miss Tamara, did you get my I didn't, Jeff. I'm gonna have to go back and look at my emails. I be missing them too. I looked at I logged in today. I think I got a chance to look at one. And then something came up. I couldn't look at the rest of them. Miss Tamara, did you get a chance? I'm still listening to old album. That album hard. Yes, March them phonies. We are Pre. Here's a million for you. Was listening to Coke Figure earlier. Dude be on his yeah. Coke Figure is. I got a lot of respect for Coke Figure. I do. I got a lot of respect for him. Eric Lyon says another Baton Rouge rapper was killed yesterday. Somebody was saying something about that. That a rapper from out of a rapper. I don't know if he was in Baton Rouge or he was down there in Baton Rouge to see a girl. I don't know. We are Pre. I thought it was an anthem too. That's something Coke Figure made up. I told him he needs to copyright it. Watch the video of how many people was Indian Duke at the dice game. Um, it was like he was the celebrity in there. Absolutely. Absolutely. When I was reading, they were saying that Duke was kind of acting like a groupie. Hell, they was acting like a groupie. It was like Duke was the celebrity. I agree. He was the one with the money, the jewelry, and he did not seem phased out. Everybody had their eyes on him. He didn't even seem, phased about none of them. That's how you know that man has been around big ballers with real, long, old money, probably. They said that old money be real long. Not this new money. You would think Boosie would have old money, but he probably ain't handled his money right. Watch the video of how people was Indian Dude like he was a celebrity in that ML. How much people wanted everything he had. They probably wanted his organs too. You never can tell Messiah's daughter. I promise to God, I would never say that ain't true. Cause these folks so sick now, you can't never tell what they won't do. I've started getting to the point where I you can't never say what people won't do. The only thing I say now is I sure don't know. I don't know. All the dropping on the same table, they ain't doing nothing but outshining their own label mates. ESTG dropped last week, and 30 announced he dropping on the 30th. Who is ESTG? All the dropping on the same day, they ain't doing nothing but outshining their own label mates. ESTG. Oh, okay. So that's the other label. Yep, they've been talking about Jay Prince Jr. here lately. He ain't slipped through the cracks yet. It's Dolph. Rest in peace to Dolph. Rest in peace to Dolph. Hey, Gene Pickett, how are you? We are pre. Co-figures about the history. He can't stand whack 50. Yeah, he be on whack 100 head hard too. The whole party was full of dusty fools except Duke and a couple well-known people. Dog case, I can't wait till that recall. I'm telling you. Gregory says, "Long live Dolph album hard." Especially that song that they dropped. What's the name of that song Dolph got? That they dropped. The Hall of Fame. That one is hard. It's hard. Frito Bang homie got killed today. Now, rest in peace, Young Dolph. Who is Frito Bang? And Cofigure has a lot of respect for you, Miss T, from what I can tell. Shout out to Cofigure. Shout out to Cofigure. He do. He's always, I love Cofigure. Let's see. Cofigure got a touch on this. I'm heading over. Been gone. Okay. He said it's $1 million for you march them phonies. Yes, y'all, please hit the like button. ATL, H-Town, Baton Rouge, and Dallas. Why they got Dolph's son around them snakes? Seems like Dolph is still alive and watching everything unfold. I done told y'all that young Dolph is gonna get justice now. I done told y'all. He gonna get it. Did you see where he called Memphis police? I did. I saw that. And I ain't had no issues with that at all. If he want to know something, to me, if a person, because everybody has a difference of opinion, if a person, to me, that's an honorable person. If they want to know something so that they can have clarification because they don't want to be irresponsible about whatever it is that they're feeling, I can respect that. He called the right people. Not impressed. So true. When money was Lil faced, TG says, yeah, Duke was a G for real. They're out looking on his behalf, and that's the business. What's next, Eric? Cause it's definitely not pre. Who said something about snakes? About I didn't see that. Boosie was all over his neck walking around Duke. I believe that it was well I can't say, but it was more so them little dudes that was around that was watching him that lined him up. But here's the thing: if those little dudes were with somebody like Boosie or Jay Prince, I don't think that they would have just went off and did that on their own. Especially if Boosie had, was the one that brought him there. I don't think that would have been a decision that they would have made without, you know, taking it up with either Jay Prince or Boosie if that happened. I just don't see it. Yes, that was spot on. Like Duke was a celebrity. He didn't look phased to me. And Jay Prince Jr. looked like he was gritting on him. Jay Prince Jr. kind of looked like to me. I was looking at like his facial expressions, like like he knew something was going on, or he was doing. Hell, he looked like he was a damn one cheating to me. Hell. Okay. ESTG from Louisville, Kentucky 502 proud. Okay. The Messiah's daughter says Duke should have had security. He had way too much money, but he trusted Boosie. Boosie was supposed to put his security on him if he really cares. I agree. If they heard the shots, they should have at least checked on him. It's something wrong with that. It's too convenient to say we didn't know what happened until later on. That's too convenient for me. Um, you don't know what you're talking about. Dolph artists love his kids and family. And you can already see that because Dolph's artist is consistently around his family. If his family thought that Dolph artist had anything to do with Dolph's demise, I don't think that would be. Dolph's family, as well as his damn artists, know exactly what happened to Dolph Hill. Just like the police and the FBI know what happened to Dolph. Um, ESTG, some wannabe football players who became a rapper and paid his way into a hood. Oh Lord. He got whack 100 today. Boosie let him step off by himself. I just don't see how people can just take somebody's life like that. Just because they angry, just because, I want what you got and I'm going to assassinate you, you know. He from Baton Rouge. Okay, so he's from Baton Rouge. Okay. Frito Bang Boosie. Okay. Tootie Raw suspect him and King. Oh Lord. Seven Hardware's Frito Bang homie that was taken out. Oh, I see. Keeler School, Keeler School of Glimology, Forum, Ohio, ESTG. Hi there, Miss Tamara. Hey, Bobo. You doing okay? They was from Baton Rouge and Atlanta and Houston. Okay. Yeah, y'all rest in peace to Duke, and we want justice for Duke too. Um, yeah, co-figures 100, Letitia. He is absolutely 100. I respect. I think from day one I've been talking about I respect co-figure. I respect co-figure because co-figure is a leader. From day one I kind of watched how he if he wanted to get the people together, if he would always say, I'm gonna go do this. And then that's what leaders do. They go first and they try to get organized everything. Okay. They put themselves out there first to try to get the situation organized or whatever, and then they'll get the people to follow them. I always liked that he didn't like to send people out. You go do this, you go do it. He was never that type. He always said, "I'm gonna do it." I like it when I see men do stuff like that. That's what leaders do, not send people out. I believe Kofiga did the right thing by calling them for sure, at least to get some knowledge. Absolutely, I agree. It's a million for you. Yes, Kofiga's 100. Right. If anybody is unsettled about how they feel, the responsible thing to do would be to call the source. Right. MK Avenue 1 million is blood money, not just gonna go away. I agree. Boosie got to get that $1 million. Sometimes I be wondering though, do Boosie be trolling? I've heard some people say Boosie be trolling quite a bit too. Um, this is a pro pre channel. No disrespectful comments. Somebody said something disrespectful about Pre. We don't. I'm not going. I'm gonna block you. Don't be disrespectful to Young Dolph or his artist. This is the pro pre channel. Absolutely. Those are Boosie followers. He always has little young hitters around him. No joke. Those are his goons. Junior definitely knew something. Delayed justice doesn't mean that justice is denied. Justice for the king of Young Memphis. I think I said today, earlier today when I was talking about Andre's case, and for some reason, I don't know why, I guess God just put it in my mind. I always think about how Tim, I'm talking about Sweetie Pies, how Tim thought that he had gotten away with murder because it had been a few years, okay, since Andre was killed, and they thought because they went and got some damn burner phones, and I don't know why, burner phones just keep coming to my mind. I don't know why that just stick out in my head all the time. That people think that they can get away with stuff just because they had some damn burner phones. I keep saying that. Anyways, never mind. The Messiah's daughter says facts. Diane says hello, Deborah. Eric did Miss T. Who? Okay, I don't. Who was Eric? Yes, he was a family man. Duke came with a couple dudes. He always had his homie filming stuff. Boosie even said that Duke called him and asked could they follow him to wherever they was going. Yes, he's from Kentucky. Typo. Okay. Who is from Kentucky? I think that TG, but where are they at? Y'all, please hit the like button. Please do hit the like button. That's too small. If a hit to J Prince and Boosie, too small. I guess he was trying to say of a hit to J Prince and Boosie and them, unless it was a book door. Laugh out loud, but Boosie never invented him. That's what nobody knew. And he's from Chicago. No, the NO. I was thinking of saying the same thing. One was some dude with the dreads. I'm way behind my comments. Yeah, he's a leader. Wack always talking about he got videos on folks. Wack 100 side piece got a video of him laying naked on his stomach, kicking his feet, drinking wine, talking to the dudes on the clubhouse. Miss Jacqueline said Wack always talking about he got videos on folks. Whack 100 side piece put a video of him laying naked on his stomach, kicking his feet, drinking wine, talking to the dudes on Clubhouse. Oh my God, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Oh Lord, yes, Boosie troll a lot. Yeah, he troll a lot. Um, yeah, those dudes be with Boosie. He be having like 30 young cats that be at every show. Yep, liar, Cooper trolling, and allegedly set up dude. Maybe they should have and could have checked in him, but laugh out loud. Like you come across, never know until you know. Shouts out to Tamara. Salute. Thank you, Bobo. Y'all done tickled me tonight. I tell you. Four years later, they locked him up. Yes, Boosie trolls, but it's truth behind his trolls. He honestly doesn't care. He definitely do grimy shit. Oh, I believe that 100%. Did Tim get the insurance money? No, Tim did not get the insurance money. He didn't get it. And that's he killed that boy for money, and he didn't get it because Andre's mom was on to him from day one. Because Andre has said that if anything happens to him, Tim did it. They say somebody told Andre, "Yo, watch out for your uncle. He trying to line you up." That's a damn shame. And Miss Robbie, he had Miss Robbie, I believe, to trick Andre back to St. Louis, talking about a lie detector test. Come and take a lie detector test and prove to me that you didn't break into my house, Miss. You know, mm, to see him get the insurance. I'm half asleep, but I'm agreeing with everything you're saying. I'm glad you're live. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. Salute. Thank you, Bobo. You kind of look like Daddy O. Gregor Finley kind of looks like Daddy O. I be hearing Daddy O is a fan of the show. Let's see. Yes, Tim, I can't stand him. He was always been jealous of Andre. Too Pretty Miss Kitty. Yes. Rest in peace, Dolph. Rest in peace, young Dolph. Y'all saw they got Lil Quint Killer and Brick Wolfpack got locked up today. That's what Kofiger had on his live today about Whack. Oh wow. Rich Oppenheimer, you need to see Kofiger laughing about it. I am. I'm gonna go over there and look at Kofiger when I get off, Miss Jacqueline. I support Kofiger to the fullest. Typo Tim have always been jealous of Andre. Yes, he has, Miss Keela. Um, yeah. And you know what's so sad is that Okay, y'all, I'm back. I don't know what's going on, but I'll see tomorrow as it relates to, um, these technical difficulties. Somebody hating on me again, but of course, that's what they do. I guess until the feds come knocking at their door. Because when I tell you I'm working on that happening, you better know I'm working on that happening. It's a damn shame how jealous people are. It's messed up. But I'm not going nowhere. Okay. And I'll be here when they get picked up. I'll be here when they get picked up. And then I'm a vlog about it. I'm a vlog about it. When they all get picked up, I'm a vlog about it. All right, you guys, I'm back. And she still made him come back to take it. Right. She made him come back to take a lie detector test. She made him come back to take a lie detector test. And I think she did that because of Tim. I really believe Tim told her to have Andre to come down there to line him up. And it's so sad because I was looking at they was reading, y'all know one of Mo3 ops got killed today. Wow. I was reading that Miss Robbie, they was reading the text messages in court. And so Miss Robbie, um, Andre was saying to Miss Robbie in the text messages when she was saying, Dre, you need to come home. You need to come back to St. Louis to take a lie detector test. And he wanted to trust his grandmother. He was like, Grandma, I want to talk to you, but I don't know who is around you. And so then they was like, she was like, Tim, he said, Tim is trying to have something done to me. And Miss Robbie ignored what Andre said in that text message and was steady asking him to come back to St. Louis. And he kept telling her Tim was trying to have something done to him. So a lot of this stuff I blame on Miss Robbie. Hell. Because Miss Robbie is wrong. Miss Robbie wrong, and Andre was constantly trying to tell her that Tim was trying to line him up. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking for something. All right, y'all. I think we've been on here. We've been on here for what, almost 2.5 hours. I had a really good time with you guys tonight, as I always do, though. I always love it when we get on here and we have good conversation and stuff. Looking for a receipt or something. Yep, let's see. Yellow Bees is still dissing Mo3. He was on Vlad, I guess that's Vlad saying he don't know Mo3. As a parent, you know if your child has issues. Right. I think Miss Robbie knew. Miss Robbie absolutely knew. Yeah, Vlad TV. Miss Robbie wouldn't listen, and now they gotta suffer bad. Tim try to drag her with him. You know what? I really believe this to my heart. I have no proof of it, but I truly believe that Tim was going to line his own mama up. I think Tim had thought about taking Miss Robbie out. I do. I believe he was putting all the insurance on her to take her out. When she was suing him and all of that, I think that she had, I think that he had thought about his own mama. That's what I believe. That's absolutely what I believe. And I think after he thought about it, he felt like Andre's life was more expendable than his mama's. Y'all know that's messed up. Let's see. Miss Robbie wasn't listening now. Miss Robbie wouldn't listen. Miss Robbie knew good and well Tim's big hips was evil and jealous. He really thought he would get away with that, shaking my head. And the thing about it is, they said that when his Andre's sister said when Tim came to the funeral, he came with bodyguards. So they already knew because Andre was saying that Tim was trying to line him up. Um, I'm just saying, says you looking good in that black dress. Thank you, Manny BTV. I appreciate that. Um, Jacqueline Williams says Miss Robbie ain't the person who we think she is. He did, but he did put insurance on her. Um, Justice for all of our fallen black brothers that was taken out because of hate and jealousy. Absolutely. Justice for all of absolutely. You know, and my prayer is that these young men open their eyes and I mean my prayer is that the record labels and stuff are exposed even more. I need them to be exposed even more for what they are doing. Okay. Um, I'm happy that all of this stuff is coming to the forefront. It's too many young men losing their lives. It is. It's too many men losing their lives just because they want to get into the rap game, and that's sad. Just because they want to get into the rap game. So I say the same. Rest in peace to our fallen soldiers, and rest in peace to young Dolph. You know, unfortunately, this happened to Dolph, but it is because of young Dolph that all of like I said, all of this stuff is coming out, and I'm glad that it's coming out. Okay, and that's why I say, as much as we don't want to be patient, just be patient and let the police department and the FBI do their job. Tim thought that he had gotten away. They thought that they had committed the perfect crime, and they was quiet, and people thought, that Andre's they was quiet, and Tim thought that they had gotten away with it, and Andre's mother, I think, was becoming impatient. That's the reason why, you know, she was trying to hire a private investigator. And I don't know what goes on down there in the St. Louis area, but she was adamant about she did not want an investigator from the Missouri area, especially the St. Louis area. Okay. He said sign this week, sacrifice months later. Wow. That's sad. And the thing about it is, I can't understand why do y'all think these young men, they know what is happening. They know how a lot of these record companies and labels are lining them up. Why are they doing it? Just for the quick money? I mean, I guess they want to live for this year, knowing that, something that they probably, be quiet, Remy, that they probably, I'm not playing with you. Stop it. I'm not playing. Knowing that something is going to happen next year, you know, that's sad, y'all. I hate that. I hate that this is happening to our young men. But if you notice, they go and they get, cloud is one hell of a drug. Money, and they're desperate. Travell Hill called his brother in jail and told him what he had done, and that's how they found about the demise for hire. Wow. They said Travell Hill was on drugs real bad. They said he was on drugs really bad. And he said, I think he said in court, like he got really wasted as far as drugs, on pills and stuff that day so that he could have up the balls to kill Andre, get up the balls to kill Andre. And he said when Andre got out of that car, something told him don't do it. He almost didn't do it. And he said he decided to go on and do it. It's a damn shame. Tim only gave him $5,000. I mean, no money is enough money to take a human life. Okay, but it's sick. But I think he got paid 5,000. He gave the girl for setting him up 9,000, and I think he only gave her 9 because he was messing with her. But ain't that sad? And on the anniversary of Andre's death, Tim was all out. He was still trying to be a damn rapper. He was still trying to be a rapper. Okay. So, cloud is one hell of a drug. People don't give a damn. People don't care about people anymore, and I think that's sad. People care about things, and that's a dangerous thing. They love things and not people. You know, it's sad. That's why you see them doing so much barbaric stuff now. So they're killing people so that they can go get them a Gucci hat and get on Instagram and put the Gucci hat on to get the likes. Man, you see, I got 250 likes. I'm gonna go kill somebody else so I can get the Gucci belt. That's how sick our society is now. And that's why I'm always harder on the OGs because I feel like they have a responsibility. Because a lot of them, if you got the means and the money to help some of these young dudes, why don't you help them and guide them in the right damn direction? Okay? Why don't you do that instead of giving them money and you know that they are hungry, and when I say hungry, I mean, they want a better life, but you telling them you go commit hits for me, you showing them things that I told y'all I had saw a video and it was a straight drop and um like the months before Young Dog was taken out, I believe I saw this on I believe it was on Lowdown's page. Straight drop was taken out. Um I mean, not straight drop. Young Dolph was taken out. Straight drop was hanging out at concerts and stuff with a lot of, CMG artists and things of that nature. And, a lot of people feel like, that they was showing him this life. And I think that it's unfortunate, and I know CMG has not been charged, so they ain't been charged. Um, but he was affiliated with them at that point, And I'm just gonna leave that alone. TG says all the new artists are hitters with nothing from the slums. You can't find a label to promote a rap song with a upbeat feel without talking about murder. Jacqueline says he was on Molly's and ecstasy because Tim's friend told him that he was charging Tim too much. Is why he went down to 5,000. Terica got 10,000. Letitia says, yes, the OG do have a responsibility, but because they messed up in the brain, they don't care. Yep, he been around them ever since he got it. Absolutely. He was around them and, you know, and I'll just say this in general. I think it's a damn shame, like I say, when you got a damn means and a way, if especially if the person is talented, okay, you sign them, you're gonna work them like a damn workhorse any damn way. But see, a lot of these kids are just hungry for fame. They don't think about the business part of it. That's why they ain't got nothing. because they want the fame. They want people screaming their damn name, and they ain't got a damn dime. Got one gold chain that the record company give them, and they raking them through the coals or whatever they call them. They definitely raping them financially. So I'm happy that a lot of this stuff is being exposed as it relates to what's going on in the music industry. Because at the rate that we going, it ain't gonna be no more young men. They all gonna be dead. Cause these old crusty niggas sending them out. They need to be the ones damn dead old bastards. That makes me mad. How in the fuck you gonna be in your damn 40s and up and you sending these damn kids out? They need to have a heart attack and die. Okay? It's a damn shame what is going on. Lord forgive me if I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. The stuff that these people are doing, and they ain't got no problems with it because they feel like, well, I gotta feed my family. You dirty bastard. You taking out somebody else's child because you talking about you gotta feed your damn family. They wrong too. Clarinetta said, "Crank up, Miss T." I promise y'all, I had a long day today. They said, "Crank up." I'm tired. I'm telling you, I just thought about it. My mama might get on because my mama been getting on, child, and putting some stuff into the atmosphere when she come on. One fake gold, and it be. I'm telling you, those gold chains don't even cost a lot at all. Manny B says every contract is a con. Absolutely, absolutely. And here's the thing: it's one thing. If see, this is what I can't understand. It's one thing if a person don't sign, okay? They go, well, I don't want to sign because this contract is janky. Record company go, okay, well, if you don't sign, I will just go on to the next person. Hey, they leave that person alone. I wish you the best with your independent career. But what's happening is if a person is talented and they got a means and a way, because some of these dudes got a brain like Dolph. They know how to get money. So what they saying is this little nigga right here gonna be a problem. He don't want to sign. He talented. He know how to write. He got a good work ethic, and he want to go off on his own and don't want to be up under the umbrella in a pyramid scheme. We gonna kill him. If we can't make no money off of him, we gonna kill him, and that's why I said God needs to kill them. Okay, God needs to do it. Believe when it comes knocking on their doorstep, they are going to act like they dead, but don't remember what they did or had done. And the first thing they'll say is they just want to see a black man in jail. You done destroyed your whole damn community. Wait a minute, OG in here. Wait a minute. OG said it's getting ready. OG said it's getting ready to be some Ricos. Wait a minute. OG said more people about to get arrested in the Rico's case. Boosie. OG got the word, y'all. OG got the word. Y'all heard what OG said. He said more people about to get arrested in the Rico cases. Boosie and Yo Gotti. I'm telling y'all, the last time OG said some folks was getting ready to be arrested, it was a Rico. It was a Rico. It was a lot of people arrested. OG got the word. He came with the word. When he come with the word, it usually happens now. I'm telling y'all. OG is stop killing. When he come with the word, I'm telling y'all, he be knowing. I'm not sure the artists even get their chains appraised. Rapping may play out the way they're being taken out. Too much killing. Who will we have? I hope they all get them football numbers. Me too. On Manny BTV. She said, "Let's go. Goodbye." I'm telling y'all, OGs, when OG come in here and say it's get ready to be some Ricos, it be some Ricos get ready to go on. Time for us to act our age. Absolutely. Your God is selling home right now, and Boosie is stressing for more money. So OG definitely onto something. um, Kimberly D. Wilson says rappers are told what to wear and etc. I agree. I agree, y'all. All right, y'all. We've been on here what 2.5 hours. Should we do like? Should we do 3 hours straight? Should we do three straight? These rappers are told what to wear and etc. Don't worry, it's coming. They're going to get real big football numbers. OG said they're getting real big football numbers now. Um, Manny BTV says, I think Boosie is selling everything and planning to flee the country. You think they got something on him, Manny B? This stuff with Duke to Jeweler look strange. They said 3 hours straight. Okay, 3 hours straight. I gotta, yeah, cause we'll do 3 hours straight, and then we'll get off. Cause y'all got me in trouble. I got some commercials that I gotta edit for my clients, and I got 3 commercials. Thank God it's not a lot of footage. Young Dumbest, I believe he is. Yeah, I think it's sad, you guys, what a lot of these older people, these older men, because a lot of these kids, and I know a lot of people say, well, she always, I don't, it's something. Well, I wouldn't give a damn anyways, you know. But I think it's something about when these kids already come from um homes where they're broken, and of course they know right from wrong. They absolutely know right from wrong. But it ain't nothing no different than what used to happen. They would always go to the OGs. The OGs were always the OGs used to be more responsible with how they handled these young dudes. Now, I'm not saying that they, didn't, younger people were not selling drugs or whatever, but at a certain age, they would not hear of that. And they definitely was not sending them out to do hits. These black ass niggas have lost their damn mind. And they think that they're gonna be able to sit up and make money by destroying. They made money off of the black community because their community supported them, and now they mad that they got to be arrested for what they did to Dolph. Damn them. Okay. Now there's no limits. For real, Boosie's planning on moving on his land in Africa. Well, he need to go on. Especially if he doing what he accused of, he could go on. I told y'all in the other video, Boosie be looking like he's troubled. Like I said, I've heard how dark the entertainment industry is. And he definitely looks like he's troubled to me. I mean, but that's to me though. I still got a little nagging cough. Um, Boosie must have forgot they have feds in Africa too. Absolutely. Um, he better get to Africa fast then, cause Rico ain't playing with nobody. Africa laws are different than the U.S. I'm gonna tell y'all something. In a lot of these other countries, they are their laws are more stringent, and I mean, their jails are not like our jails here. Let's see. It tells you how they have no regards of anyone but themselves. Boosie is fighting with his own demons. I believe that. Boosie is scared because they had no idea who Duke really was in the street. Well, if that's the case, I'm glad, because you know what they did was not right. What they did was not right. If they were involved, whoever did it, it was wrong. Okay. I see Boosie is scared because they had no idea who Duke really was in the streets. Eye for an eye. Yeah. Y'all, the OGs used to teach the younger ones how to build houses, weld, lay bricks, etc. Now they teach them hate and jealousy and how to die young by each other's hands, right? And I think it's a damn shame when you sitting up and you're saying, you know, in order for you to be taken seriously, you're gonna have to be living in the streets, because that's what these record heads say. Because you know they're in with the private prisons. So what they tell these little dudes is, you know, little bruh, they call them little bruh to make a fool out of them, and they'll say, you know, what you rapping, you need to be living. You rapping about killing and stuff. Ain't nobody gonna take you seriously unless you got some bodies, unless you got some dead bodies up under your belt. That's what they tell these kids. So they want them to live that life because they know they got insurance on them. Okay. And they, if they go to jail, they in and out of jail. You know, they go to jail for a long time. You know, these private prisons are popping up everywhere. And people don't build private prisons unless they feel like they can fill them. So that's the reason why they work with politicians and they work with the record companies. And for the life of me, I can't understand why these some of these black people working with them, you know. But you have to understand, a lot of these record labels are backed by these record companies, like these Fortune 500 record companies. They have to give money for their label, so they'll do any damn thing to get that. Hell, they'll do anything to get that money. So, you know, I got to feed my kids. You know, I like bruh, but you know, I need to feed my kids. That's how sick people are. Yep, that's how sick they are. I remember, I'm gonna tell y'all, this started a while ago because these kids, a lot of these kids ain't had nobody teach them nothing, and some of them know better and they don't give a damn. I remember when I was working for the sheriff's office, I was walking through the jail. I walked out in the jail from the chief's office. I walked out in the jail and I saw this dude that had gone to school with my sister. And he asked me, he said, he recognized me. He said, I know, you know, you such and such, sister, because y'all got the same face. He said, I used to see you when you would come over to the element. I remember when you used to come up to the elementary school to pick your sister up. I said, yeah. Because I would walk from the high school over to the elementary to get my little sister. And he remembered that. And he was in jail. I said, what you doing in jail? He said, well, Yeah, I never forget. Down on Holmes Road and Airways, there used to be this man, and anybody that live in Memphis, stop Remy, know about the man that had the watermelon truck. He grew his own watermelons. And every summer, that man would be sitting out there all day, every day. He was an old man selling watermelons. I used to always, I love watermelons, child. You know, they try to talk about that too. She eat watermelons. Give me a watermelon. I'm gonna eat it right now. I was looking for one in the grocery store today. I almost cried when I saw pumpkins. I don't like pumpkins. I like watermelon. Okay, so I guess we out of season. So that man used to be out there, that old man used to be sitting out there selling watermelons. And he said, well, we was over there, they robbed the watermelon man and took his truck, an old man, and beat him up. I said, why did y'all do that to him? Well, he said, I got asthma and it was hot outside and I had asthma. I had to get to my asthma pump. I said, what the hell the watermelon man have to do with that? Well, and he was so self-righteous. He said, I ain't want to do it to him, but I needed my asthma pump. I had to do what I had to do. Somebody should have took that little MF and beat him all over across his damn head. Now, luckily, they didn't kill the man, but they beat him up. An old man took his truck, and he had an old rusted truck because he used to sit on the back of the bed out there all day and sell his watermelons. The man trying to make a decent living, and some little pissy kids come and beat him all over across the head, take his money, and take his truck with all his watermelons in it. And ain't no telling, probably ate the watermelons up. Okay? It's a damn shame. It is. It's a damn shame. Probably ate the watermelons up. And they put his ass in jail. And he had the nerve to be self-righteous, talking about I had asthma. I didn't want to do him like that. I just had to do what I had to do to get to my asthma pump. That's how self-righteous people are now. Just pathetic. And so that's why I say, a lot of these, I don't know, a lot of these kids ain't had no ain't had nobody, because their parents uphold anything they do. One thing that I learned is that I never said what my kids wouldn't do. Okay, all you could do is raise them to be the best raise them the best to your ability. Some ain't even trying to raise their kids right. They know they wrong. They laugh when they do stuff wrong. They'll tell their kids to go do stuff that's wrong. But when I got a call from the school, if a teacher told me, because I know my oldest daughter, okay, I'm telling you, I know her. She was not bad, but she was sassy. So if they call me and said, I call her Menudo, that's just the name I gave her, Menudo. If they said, they would call me and say she rolled her eyes. I know damn well she did it, because she would do it at home. Okay, so when these folks sitting up talking about what their kids want to do, they know damn well what their kids will do, because they do it. It ain't no new behavior when they're away from home. You know what they'll do when they at home. So you never heard me say, well, I don't believe that my child would do that. My child respectful. I would say, well, I'm going to deal with that, because I already knew when she said, well, mama, I didn't do that. I said, now, Menudo, I know you do that before you leave here. You did it. I believe that, teacher. You did that. Okay? Even with my baby girl, she never really had no issues, because she's real mild-mannered, soft-spoken. But if there was, and the teacher said, well, she act like she didn't hear me, she looked at me and turned her head and started. I asked her a question. She looked at me and turned her head and started back to doing her work. I know she probably did, because she's got a nonchalant personality. She's not studying you or me or nobody else. And she's not going to say nothing. Joy Loves God says getting a real job doesn't cross their mind. Absolutely not. They don't feel like they're supposed to work. A damn shame the older man should have had a extension cord and whooped them. I'm telling you, should have whooped that. I'm telling you, he should have had a gun and put the gun on him and dared him to move and whoop the hell out of him. Talking about he had to get to his damn asthma pump. Let's see. Letitia said exactly. Boosie musical resume is good. I just can't f with how he moves. Yeah, you're a great mother because most parents believe every lie their kids tell. I'm telling you, I was never in denial about what they would do. I'm telling you, and like I said, they were not bad. I just knew. I just know that kids are going to be kids. Um, I knew with my oldest daughter, she always wanted to debate. And I would say, that because I would tell her it ain't no debating, but she was just me. Because when I was growing up, I always wanted to, debate too. My dad would look at me and say, "Oh, so you getting back what you did to me?" I never forget, and this is off topic, but I think about it now and I laugh about it. I remember when we must have been about 6 years. I'm the oldest. So I must have been about 6 years old, 6 or 7. And I remember my dad had lined me and my sisters up and we were standing on a line. He said, "I want y'all to start saying yes, sir, and no, sir." I was mad as hell. I don't know. I guess I was rebellious. I was mad as hell. And he said, "All right, now I want to hear y'all say it." He lined all of us up. He said, "Tony, say." He said, "Say it." She, from the youngest all the way up to the oldest. And I remember I heard all of my other sisters saying, "Yes, sir, no, sir, yes, sir, no, sir." I was mad as hell. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say yes, sir, and no, sir. So, they call me Chrissy. When he got to me, he said, "Chrissy, you hear what you gonna say?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." He said, "What?" I sat there. I must have been about 6 years old. I sat there and thought about that. I was like, "You trying to make me say yes, sir, and no, sir?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." I called myself gonna be rebellious because I didn't want to say it. I think about that often. My dad would still remember that. And so when my oldest daughter wanted to debate or whatever, he would go, "Oh, you getting it back. You getting it back." Because my dad was paramilitary type too. So it was not any debating. My sisters always say, um, you got away with stuff that we never did get away with, because they would never question my dad. They would never question him. They would never debate with him. I was never like that. I was never like that. But we always did business together. I was, one of the it was always he and I. We always did business. We fall out and then we start another business together. And I love that because I always felt security when my dad was, he would make me do all the work, but he would do all the funding. So I didn't mind doing all the work. I always said that I know what my daughter would do while I'm there, but I know what she will do and not do if I'm not there. Right. I did that so I didn't get no whooping. And you know what? Even to this day, to my seniors, I always say yes, sir, and no, sir. Yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. And my oldest daughter always say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am to me right now. But I don't know what it is about I guess my youngest baby was so quiet. I missed the memo because she do not say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. My oldest baby do. I'm gonna have to get on her. Oh, you lucky you didn't have my daddy. I know my kids because I'm telling you, I know what my daughters. I know I know them so well. If you told me, I'm not gonna say which one of your daughters, did this, and then tell me what it was, I would know exactly the one that did. These folks try to act like they don't know their kids breaking up into houses. They sons got their cars and stuff parked right in the garage. Okay, they got their cars parked right in the garage. The stolen cars parked in the carport. Mama, don't let up the garage on this car. I'm gonna make some money off of this car. Don't let nobody know this car in the garage. And it's her garage. It's her garage. It's her house. He ain't paying no damn bills. Ain't got no job. And you got a 200 and something $1,000 car parked in your garage. Where you think your son get that car from? And the mama tries to say, I didn't know it was stolen. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. These folks ain't trying to correct their kids. They okay with them doing dirt as long as they benefit from it. When you gonna sell that car, boy? And you said you was gonna get some money and bring me some. So you know that damn $250,000 car in your garage is stolen. But you hassling him about when he gonna sell it. Where you think he get it from? Did you question him? He ain't got no job. He living in your house. He ain't got shit. No, but when somebody knock him off, when somebody stretch him out for trying to break up in their house and stealing they come in their yard, stealing their cars, they hollering and screaming. Talking about, I had a good boy. They ain't had to kill him. Who you think gonna let your son come up in their house and they up in there? And not if they can't get to the and not stretch him out. Then they trying to sell, it's sad, I would, I always say our people need some repair, and I'm serious. Our people need some repair, and that's why I get so mad. I'd be really happy to see people make it out of the hood, but I think it's a damn shame because you got people that want to be over somebody. They want to be made to feel more important. Nobody can ever be equivalent to me. You know, you had somebody like Young Doll teaching the recipe. They want to take somebody out like that because they gonna be equivalent to me. Nigga, you already ain't shit. So what you talking about? Talking about somebody, if we don't take him out, his art is gonna be equivalent to me. They gonna surpass me. They already surpass you. You can't even talk or rap. And you ain't shit. My dad did at Tom's Kitty. I had two daughters first, and later I had two sons. I don't play no roles with either. They stay on your kids no matter what. Absolutely. I used to try and get the smallest switch. That itch didn't work. Had to walk back outside to get my own bigger switch. I used to break my mama's switches. I'm gonna tell you something. My mama used to get switches, and she would hide them. I promise you, she would. She would hide because I would break them. I remember, I found out her hiding spot where her switches was at, and I would go to the hiding spot because my mom and them, they used to like to fish. They used to like to, yeah, they used to like to fish and stuff. So if they were somewhere and it was she could get a sturdy switch, she would bring it and hide it just in case she needed. I found her hiding spot. I would go look and say, I wonder if she got a switch, especially if I didn't think my report card was going to be looking right. I would go to that hiding spot and find that switch and break it up. I would break it to all the pieces. I would break it to all the pieces. I'm telling you. My nana used to take three switches and plate them together. Some people said they mamas used to wet her switches. But I didn't. I don't know. To me, that might have been extreme. Why you have to wet a switch? I never got whoopings with a belt. I got whoopings with switches. Our switches came off a plum tree. All right, y'all. We've been on here 3.5 hours. We talked about Duke the Jeweler. We talked about a lot of stuff. We had a good show tonight. How can you see me to pick the weapons formed against me? I know. He said, how can you send me to pick the weapons formed against me? Three switches. Damn, Granny wasn't playing. I only got beat with a belt. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, you guys. I enjoyed y'all being on here tonight. It was a good show tonight. I definitely appreciate y'all's support. I definitely appreciate y'all getting on here. I do. I appreciate it a lot. He said at all, TG. We did 3 hours. Love being here. Thank you too, pretty Miss Kitty. We had fun tonight. We did. We had some fun. And I want justice for Duke the Jeweler. I do. I'm praying for justice for Duke the Jeweler, just like we want justice for Dolph and complete and total justice for Young Dolph. We want complete and total justice for Young Dolph. Risa said it was for him to stop you from messing up. Thank you, Manny BTV. I appreciate that so much. I'm glad to have you as a subscriber. Too pretty Miss Kitty, that was dirty. She said that was dirty. God is good all the time. Absolutely. And before we get off, I wanna pray over my subscribers. I just want to, for all those, to ask God to cover and protect all of you all, for all the evil eyes that got on here, you guys, um, all the people that was in the bushes or whatever, or that was on here that did not mean well or whatever, what no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Anything that rises up against me or you all, any lying tongue that rises up in judgment will be condemned. I truly thank all of my true subscribers that come through. I really do. Thank you all. I ask for God's protection. And we just gonna keep it coming, even with people trying to hack. I'm still not going anywhere, and I'm gonna fight it out until the feds work it out. Okay, and trust me, it's gonna be worked out. Believe me when I tell you. That's why, it don't bother me. I'm just gonna still be here, and then when they arrested, we gonna vlog about it. Okay, that's how we gonna do it. When they maggot ass is arrested for hacking and fraud and all that shit, we gonna vlog about them. We gonna because it's several of them. We're gonna be able to vlog every damn day. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it. It's gonna be some content. Okay. And it seems like it's because whatever it is, when people are screwed up and they let that jealousy and envy take over. So they have that urgency because jealousy is a demon. They start to get careless because of that urgency. They let that spirit of jealousy and that demonic force of sabotage try to take over. But it never works out. Okay. It never does. It always forces them to expose themselves. They've already shown their hand. Okay. So it forces them to further expose themselves. And so when they arrested, we're going to vlog about it. We're going to talk about their asses. Okay. That's how we're going to do it. All right. But I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want you all to know I love you all. Make sure y'all pray over yourselves again when y'all get off of here, because there's a lot of evil entities and forces when you talking about social media. Okay. A lot of different spirits and forces. Okay. Dima said I enjoyed you too, Dima. Thank you for being on, Evan. Y'all, rest in peace to Duke the Jeweler, and we also want justice for Duke the Jeweler, okay? And we always keep that spirit of Dolph in the chat. Y'all put the dolphins in the chat. Make sure y'all put the dolphins in the chat. We always keep that spirit of Dolph. Amen. Rebuke and bind every demonic act and spirit. Absolutely. Risa said you sound like my granny. Rest in peace to Duke the Jeweler. Absolutely. And a speedy justice for Duke the Jeweler. I truly want justice for Duke the Jeweler, and we want total justice for Young Dolph, right? Total, not just what we're seeing now. Okay, we're talking about total justice for Young Dolph. That's right. Rest in peace to Duke the Jeweler, and total justice for Young Dolph. Shout out to all of my moderators. Shout out to you all for your support. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you all to my members. I'm gonna be posting some stuff in there like all day tomorrow for my members. I got several things I want to tell y'all. Okay. I want you guys to know I love you guys. Y'all have a good night.